Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So in this one first we are going to avenge Supergirl. As you guys know, in the last video we failed to kill Black Manta with Supergirl because of lag actually. So yeah, today's first fight is going to be a revenge basically, you can say. The same team, I'm using the same team. Supergirl with Fire and Knife and classic Wonder Woman with passive stats. So this guy has a chaos tag in. So we are going to let Wonder Woman die first, and then we will be dealing damage with Supergirl. Also, the artifact on Wonder Woman for passive stats is going to be Entropy Ages. We won't be using Father Box for obvious reasons. That artifact heals you, and here we want classic Wonder Woman to die as quickly as possible, so we won't use Father Box here. Also, I could have removed gears on Wonder Woman. That would make her die even faster, but it's fine, it's not a big deal because the health is not much, only 500 million, pretty easy for Supergirl again. Okay, and I think this tag-in she is going to be dead, and then we will start dealing damage with Supergirl. So today's video also there was a little bit of lag, and the reason was my Wi-Fi actually was acting up a little bit, you can say. So speed also was fluctuating a lot, the internet speed, and due to that there is lag in today's video also at a lot of places. But we haven't messed up any fight because of that. That is the important point. We have gotten 7 kills in today's video. So yeah, let's move to the next one. So next we will be using the Mortal Kombat team with Justice League Flash against Boss Dark Supergirl. Also, one more thing, my voice might sound a little lower than usual. The reason is that I am recording my voice at work actually, so that's the reason. So I can't really speak the way I usually speak when I'm at my home. Yeah, I'm actually recording my voice today at work, so it might sound different. Here again I messed up here, you can see. So Scorpion's low attack is not able to evade the dash attack of the opponent. It's just his AI, his attack pattern is like that only, and so because of that what happened is I lost combo there, and I had to tag in Raiden again to build some combo and power drain her. But anyways, once we have got this, then it's over. Like, we will continue this gameplay till the end, and she will die pretty easily again. So yeah, the damage of Mortal Kombat team in this solo raid or any other solo raid is considerably lower, mainly because this team has only one slot for passive stat artifact, and the passive stat artifact that I am using is a level 7 Fire and Knife. Like, I have gotten my Fire and Knife to level 7, or I think I got it in this video. Like, right now it will be level 6, and I think after a few fights or after killing Darkseid I upgraded it to level 7, I guess. So yeah, those are the passive stats we have, not the highest. So that is one reason why Scorpion does a little bit lower damage than the last solo raid, because as I'm using God Killer on Raiden, in the last solo raid that gave us passive stats, and I have one God Killer at level 10 and another God Killer at level 7. So that's a lot of passive stats for this team, in the last solo raid at least. So that was the reason, the damage is considerably lower than that. But it's fine, it's not a big deal. Also, another thing, the artifacts that I'm using on this team are God Killer and Dark Metal cards. Again, these are not the best artifacts to use. Like one artifact I got to know about is the catchy hook. It gives you a damage buff. It's similar to God Killer because it also applies block disable on the enemy, and it gives you a damage buff instead of attack steal, unlike God Killer. And that damage buff is a little bit better than the God Killer attack steal, because God Killer's attack steal will heavily depend on how much attack the enemy has, and the catchy hook gives you a flat damage buff. It doesn't matter which enemy you are fighting. So in some situation, that's a better artifact than God Killer, you know. So that can be done. And the best thing, I have talked about this a lot of times, that the best thing that I can do is I can put Lasso of Truth on Scorpion, and the damage will increase in like great amounts, you know. So that is one thing I'll want to do once I get Lasso. Like a lot of teams, I'm going to put Lasso and, you know, try them out. Like let's say Ninja Batman with Puppet is not able to do 2 billion one-shots. So you just put a Lasso on one of the support characters, do a few specials with them, and then you continue his gameplay. He will do a lot of damage. So that kind of a thing, you know. Here, like in the Mortal Kombat team, you can put it on Scorpion, and this team will do a lot of damage. Then there are many teams, you can just put Lasso on any support characters and the damage will increase by multiple folds, you know. So that is the thing, that is one thing I will be doing in the future. I mean, once I get Lasso. Till then we will be continuing with what we have. Okay, meanwhile, yeah, the next fight was over very quickly. I used, reverse flash here is little bit annoying, so that's why I went with the strongest character with the strongest support, DCU Superman with Grodd and Flash. That's like, I think the strongest combination you can do against annoying bosses, you know, because he's unhittable. You get a 600% damage buff. You have infinite power because of Grodd. So yeah, that is the thing. The strongest character with strongest support. Anyways, let's move to the next fight. So next we have Darkseid. As we know very well, Darkseid will do his super move multiple times, and his super move kills, you know, no matter how much health you have. So best solution is Beast Boy again, you know. I missed this fight once, and after that I have been using Beast Boy after that. So yeah, again, usual setup for Beast Boy. Once we activate Puppet, it's going to be over. And after I kill him, I'll have the 4th key, which again I'm not spending, I'm waiting for the next season, mainly for Beta Club. And I think the another solo raid is the Dark Knights solo raid, and that has artifacts like this catchy hook and sharp tongue. Apparently sharp tongue is also a wonderful artifact, it does a lot of damage, so I would like to go for it also. I will try that out on some teams, like which do specials to deal damage. Like let's say Ninja Batman is one team you can use it on, I guess, and a few others also. I'll see. I'll have to see once I get that artifact. I think the Flawed Justice team does they get a damage buff for specials, I guess, some 2000% special damage or something from Peacemaker's passive. So they can be tried. That could be a good team to use the sharp tongue on. But I'll try that, but we'll have to wait for it. But anyways, for the next fight we have King Raven. Again, usual Farron Knife and passive stats. So this solo raid season will end in like 3 or 4 days, I guess, and so I don't think I will be getting one more key now. I think I'll go into the next season with 4 keys only. Can't get the 5th one here. It could be possible if I grind, I guess. I haven't done the calculations. like how many bosses are left and how many pips I have. But I don't want to grind, like it's fine. I'm fine with 4 keys. Yeah. So first thing in the next season I am going to do is beta club, then sharp tongue and catchy hook. Depends on in what level I am. I think in the Rise of Krypton solo raid I am in the level 3 of the vault, in which there is beta club. So I do have a good chance to get beta club this time. I'll try to go for it. And after that, maybe if I have some keys left, then maybe for the sharp tongue. So yeah, so that is what the plan is. But yeah, let's see. Okay, here again the lag is causing problems, because you can see, I mean, the video itself is lagging a little bit. It is a problem. The network has been acting up. Oh, and the notification I got. Okay, that is one other reason why I get a lot of lag here. Like frequent notifications and calls cause this problem. Now, unfortunately, I don't have another device to play the game on. I have my phone only. And I will try to get another device in the future. Again, I can't say anything about it right now because I don't have money. Anyways, so yeah, that was this fight. Let's move to the next one. I think we have 2 more fights left. Okay. So, yep. So next we are going to use Platform Underground against EPI. Another problem, I have spoken about it a lot of times. This solo raid has a lot of bosses with stun, freeze, and attack disable immunity. Like, this is just annoying, bro. They can't just put all bosses with stun and freeze immunity. It's like that. Almost all of them are. Now it's not a big deal again, because we have teams and stuff. A lot of teams that can bypass it, or they just don't care about it, let alone bypassing. So it's fine, it's not a big deal. I mean, only EPI team faces issues there. If you're using EPI with Harley, that is when that problem will be really a problem. Otherwise it's fine. I mean, even with EPI, she doesn't need to stun and do damage. Even without stunning also she does 2 billion easily, I guess. So she also doesn't need that. But anyways, it is just annoying sometimes, That is the only thing. Anyways, so yeah, this fight will also be over pretty quickly as usual. So Batwoman's damage also will be less, as again we have lesser passive stats. Like, I remember in the last solo raid when God Killer also gave us passive stats, some values were going up to 70 million per second. That's not a normal value, 70 million per second is a crazy value for a regular Batwoman Underground fight, with no pay to win artifacts to say. So that was like a crazy value we reached. And here we are with a level 7 passive stat artifact. We are doing around 22 million per second. That's a big difference actually. So just saying, that's something I noticed, that's the difference in damage that the passive stats make. So yeah, that is that. Let's move to the next and the last fight. So for the last fight we are using EPI with Harley and Zatanna. So this boss, Power Girl, she is not immune to stun and freeze. That's the reason we are going with this team here, sorry. And this is some crazy thing she does, like backing off into a jump attack instead of a ranged attack, It is because her jump attack has higher range, and that's the reason she does it always. So you basically cannot evade that attack. I mean, you can by jumping over it, I guess, but you cannot do it by swiping down. That is the problem with this. and she's the only character in the game who does that. No one else does that. But anyways, we activated Puppet pretty quickly, I guess. So again, I'll just try to get 3 stacks of incoming damage, and then we will switch to EPI, do a special 3 and kill her. Yeah, we got those, special 3, and she's dead in a few seconds. So yeah, this was the last fight of the video. Let's meet in the next video then. Thank you very much.